I'm Crystal from period 6, and my partner is Evelyn, and she's going to be working out concept number 4. This is our problem. And first, we have to figure out what u equals, so we're going to put u over 2, and that's going to equal 165. We have to cancel out the 2, so
multiply by 2 on both sides, and we get u equals 330 degrees. U over 2 is going to be in quadrant 2, where sine is going to be positive and cosine is going to be negative. So first we're going to find sine 165 degrees. Sine u over 2 equals 330 over 2. And the formula for that is plus or minus radical 1 minus cosine u over 2. We're going to replace cosine u with cosine of 330, and we're going to replace cosine 330
with 1 over 2, because that's what the unit circle says.
So then we're going to replace this 1 with 2 over 2, and that way 2 plus 1 is going to be 3 over 2 over 2. And then to cancel out the bottom, we're going to multiply by the
reciprocal. So then we multiply the top and the bottom, so cancel out the denominator, and then we get 3 over 4.
And then the bottom square root is going to be, it's going to end up in radical 3 over 2, and that's your answer for the first part. Now to find cosine of 165, the formula for cosine is going to be plus or minus radical 1 plus cosine u over 2.
And you always have to write it down so you won't get confused.
So, since we know that our quadrant, cosine is going to be negative, and we just plug it in like the first time. Cosine of 330 is going to change to radical 3 over 2 because of the x value. So that's going to be over 2, and we change this to 2 over 2 and multiply by the reciprocal. And that would be 2 plus radical 3 over 2 and multiply with the 2. It's going to end up in 2 plus radical 3 over 4. So then you take the radical, and it will be radical 2 plus radical 3 over 2, because the square root of 4 is 2. And that's your answer for that one. And to find tangent of 165 degrees, we get the formula, which is 1 minus cosine of u over sine of u. So we write that down, and it'll be and then we replace this. We replace u with 330. And then cosine of 330 is going to be the x value, which is radical 3 over 2. And sine of 330 is going to be the y value, which is negative 1 over 2. So then we multiply by the reciprocal on the bottom, and we switch this to 2 over 2. And that'll be 2 minus radical 3 over 2 over 1/2. And multiply by the reciprocal. That way the 2 cancels out, and then you'll be left with 2 minus radical 3. Negative 2 minus radical 3.